in the QBO gym, and this is where we have numerous hands-on exercises that simulate real-life scenarios that you may encounter as a bookkeeper. Each month covers a variety of new topics and scenarios, and to make it a little bit easier for you, we break it down into 4 different sections. So if you are looking to work on your bookkeeping skills, this is the place for you. And if you want to do an entire month's worth of these all on your own, be sure to join our free 5-day bookkeeping challenge. All you need to do is click on the link in the description. So let's get into today's exercise, which is coming from our August Year 1 Strength Training section where we really focus on tags. At the top here is an animated video to give you an understanding of what you, the bookkeeper, will be doing for your client Craig this month. Below that is an interactive pre-assessment quiz that relates to the video up above. Below that are the exercises in this section. And at the bottom here is an optional area where after you have gone through all of the exercises in this section, you will unlock some sample marketing posts that you can use on your LinkedIn to share with everyone what you have learned so far. So let's dive into today's exercise where we are going to practice getting started with tags. Go ahead and click on that link to have the exercise pulled up for you. I have it over here on the right side, so let's read through the scenario. Craig has been wondering how profitable his design build services are versus his landscape maintenance services. Craig thinks he generates more revenue from design build, but he also personally supervises those projects much more closely, so he is concerned about profitability. In addition, Jeff Jalopes called Craig and asked if he would plow his parking lot this winter. Now, you will need to be in the sample company to do this exercise. If you are not sure how to get into the sample company or get your own free QBOA account, be sure to click on the link in the description. I have the sample company pulled up here on the left side of my screen. This is the last page, or excuse me, this is the dashboard. And this is where what it will look like when you actually sign in. Now, as a note here, you will need to be in the same session of the sample company for all 4 exercises here in the strength training section. So if you plan to do those, be sure to do them all at one time in this same session. They all build on each other, so it's really important to start with that first one. So let's go ahead and get started with this first one and where we're going to get started with the tags. Craig would like to add snow removal services, including plowing and salting, but that's another category of business where profitability needs to be tracked. After all, if he is getting up at 3 a.m. to clear parking lots, it better be worth his while. Craig asks you if you know how to track these 3 different service lines over time without impacting his profit and loss report. This would be a great use for tags. So here's how you would set them up for him. First, you will want to make sure the tags functionality is turned on. It usually is turned on in the sample company, but it may not be turned on for your specific clients. So these first few steps are going to assume that the tag feature is off. So to turn that tag feature on, we're going to click on the gear icon and then select Account and Settings. Now the gear icon is on the top right corner of the screen. Once you click on that, from this menu item under your company, you want to select Account and Settings. Now, there are 2 places you will need to turn tags on. We're going to start with the Sales tab. So let's go ahead and click on that. It is the 3rd one listed here on the left side. You may get this pop-up. I've seen this before. It's asking if you want to switch sections without saving. If you get this pop-up, go ahead and click OK. I'm not really sure why it does that. I think it may be a glitch in the sample company. If you don't get that, don't worry about it. But if you do get it, just go ahead and click on OK. Now we want to click anywhere in the sales form content section, which is right here just to make it editable. And then to the right of the word tags, we want to click on the slider to the on position. The gray toggle will turn green. Now again, in the sample company, this is already turned on for us, but if it wasn't, this is how you would do it. You would just click on this until it turns green, and then you would know that you have it on. So go ahead and click on Save once you confirm that it is in fact on. Next, because you want to use tags for expenses, not just sales, you want to turn tags on in expenses as well. So let's go ahead and click on the expenses tab that's over here on the left side. Click on that. And then we're going to click anywhere in the bills and expenses section so that we can make it editable. So go ahead and click on that. And then to the right of the words Show Tags field on expense and purchase forms, we would click on the slider to turn it on the on position, which means that the gray toggle would turn green. So that is this second line right here. It is already turned on here in the sample company. But again, these are the steps that you would go through if you have a client that doesn't have them turned on. This is where you would do it. So we don't need to do anything here because it's already turned on for us. Just go ahead and click on the green Save button. And we're all done in this area, so let's go ahead and click on the green Done button on the bottom right corner of the screen. And those settings have been saved for us. So we are ready now to begin tagging. You could start by creating all the tags first, or you could just create them from the transactions themselves. We're going to do the latter. So we're going to start with an invoice sent to Sushi by Katsuyuki. So from the left navigation bar, let's go to the invoice area by hovering over sales and then selecting invoices. So the left navigation bar is this black bar right here. We're going to hover over sales and then select invoices from that drop-down menu. Let's go ahead and find the $80 invoice for Sushi by Katsuyuki. So I'm going to scroll down. It is the third one that is listed. It is invoice number 1018. We want to click on the edit wording right here to the right of that invoice right there so that we can open it up. And here we go. This is the invoice for them. Now, their invoice is for weekly gardening, we can see right here, which is considered landscape maintenance as opposed to design build or snow removal, which are the other two tags that we're going to be using in these exercises in this section. So in the tag field, let's go ahead and type landscape maintenance. Let's do that first. So click into this tags box right here and go ahead and start typing that in, landscape maintenance. Make sure I spelled that correctly. And then you want to click on this right here, this plus add landscape maintenance. Go ahead and do that. Now note that you will be asked if you want to set up a tag group. You can see that right here, but we're going to do this later. So for now, we're just going to ignore that prompt. You can go ahead and click anywhere out of it, and you can see now that the new tag that we just created is tagged specifically here for this invoice. So we're going to go ahead and click on the green Save and Close button. You can click on the down arrow next to Save and Send, select Save and Close. And that invoice has been saved here for us. So now you're all finished creating your first tag, which is that landscape maintenance, and tagging your first invoice. Next, you're going to create 2 more tags and a tag group, but that will be in the next exercise. So there we go. We've just gotten started with tags. Now, if you like this exercise and you'd like to do more like it, be sure to join our free 5-day bookkeeping challenge. All you need to do is click on the link in the description. We're going to continue on, and if you want to join, be sure to leave this session of the sample company open, as you will need it for the next exercise in the strength training section, where we practice creating and grouping tags. And I will see you in the next video.